Hello everyone, this is sing51074, and this is That's Funny Comedy Showcase. I said it. That's Funny Comedy Showcase. Oh yeah. Yay. And I just want to welcome you. Today's topic is fashion and accessories. Like we talk perfumes and things like that also. So, fashion. I have a few pet peeves, but one of my biggest pet peeves about fashion is the pants that have the writing on the back. Now, we understand what a billboard is. You know, company goes out and they purchase, time to use a billboard and they print their ads on a billboard. It's hung up around the city and it sells things. But BUT, there's a but in it. BUTT. Now, when you get someone to put their butt inside pants that has writing on the back that says company name on the back, you have become a walking billboard. But not just the billboard, the billboard is now in your butt, so you've become a walking bill butt. This is what you are. So, my thing is, I don't think that when your parents raised you or whoever it was that raised you, you know, it could have been, the prison guards that raised you when you were being raised in prison. It could be the foster agency. It could be wherever. It could be a mansion. It could be any place, good or bad, doesn't matter. No one raised you and said, you're going to be a walking bill butt, a billboard on your butt. But the first thing that I mentioned was being raised in prison because that seems like the only time that someone would want to put a billboard on their butt because, they don't know any better. After being beaten in the head by the prison guards so much, you can't blame them. They're not, too set. They're not right in the head. But as a Christian, I don't like the fact of walking around attracting attention to my behind. Now, see, as you can see, I am black, but I don't have to draw attention to that region of my body because the good Lord saw fit to bless me there. And, most of the other people who look like this, they know what I'm talking about. I mean, you can be a skinny mini and you can wear baggy clothes, but then, like I do, sometimes I wear the baggy clothes. But when I put on things that fit just a little, I get the you tricked us. And my thing is this: it was none of your business in the first place. We thought that that's what you were supposed to think because it's not an advertisement. I'm not on advertisement, and so I don't wear billboards on my butt because you know, you know, butts will get enough attention on their own. And that's not something a godly woman as myself wants. Who wants someone to say, hey, Foxy Mama, you got that fine wagon that you jagging. Fine wagon that I'm dragging. Oh, thanks. I feel so holy now. I mean, I just don't find that advertising on the derriere is the way to go. You know, I mean, there are a lot of things that fashion can do. I mean, maybe they got tired of writing on front of shirts and writing on different places and they want to be creative, but that's not so creative. That's kind of like, hey, we can't find anything to do, so let's go to the mutts, what, sex sells? Like, but that's kind of trashy. It's a butt board. You don't want to be known as the person who invented the butt board. I want to know who did this. Who did this to women across America? And help if a man wears those pants with, writing across the behind. It's no, don't do it. People, let's band together, lock arms, and say we will not be bill butts. What is a bill butt? I already explained to you. When people walk around with advertisements on their behind, it's not good. Now, let's talk about perfume. When you're looking good, you have on clothes that do not have advertisements on the butt. Then you can be considered, let's say, hey, okay, you look good. Then you want to smell good. But sometimes people have their own aromas, and you basically have to deal with it if that's what they choose. You have aromas from people from different lands and different places, and you know, some people say, "Hey, where we come from, we don't believe in deodorant." De funk. I'd say de funk, and that's not okay, but that's where I would say tolerance comes in. See, these kind of things, that's when you're talking tolerance. Different. Um, you know, so in the perfume world, people tend to go overboard and they put the perfume on, pile on bottles and bottles and bottles. And you've got people running and screaming from you. They think it was like a bomb scare. Like, the odor is so rampant and it's like fogging up the air because you sprayed so much perfume or cologne. And God forbid if somebody lights a cigarette, which they shouldn't be smoking anyway, but now you're flammable. So you could go up and at any minute you can go up in flames. And that's not what you want, I don't think. I mean, you might want to draw attention, but I don't think it would want to be that way, you know. So, um, and then the fragrances, like, people, what kind of things are the designers and people using to get the scents? I think I remember at one time they were injecting, animals to get scents from the muscle glands of the animal. Well, okay, hey, let's go find a baboon and see if we can inject, and take out a scent from the baboon. I mean, what they mate at a rapid rate. So hey, let's see if we can produce that or reproduce it. No. How about we not do that and say we did? Because let's not revisit the past. But let's find some things that are, you know, clever and wise. You know, there are flowers. Duplicated flowers smell or something like that. People want to go overboard. Ooh, I just found a cross between a monkey and a possum. No, you know, it's an acquired smell. No, no, thank you. Don't do that. It's like that's like eating certain foods that it's like 101 ways to cook a rat. 1001 ways to cook a rat? No, 101 was too many ways. How about none? One is too many ways to learn how to cook a rat. There are just some things you shouldn't know and some things you shouldn't partake in. Now, there are some people around the world that actually do that. And if you eat rats, then I am not talking about your culture. Then I respect your culture. But when I come to your home, you better let me know if you put a rat on my plate. Because I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Ask about me. And those of you who watched the other episodes, you know what that means. But yeah, so so perfume. That's just what people's tastes are. But with perfume, I think there are some simple things that you can do. And as far as the fashion, fashion and smelling good go hand in hand. But if you are a walking billboard and you smell like a cross between a monkey and a possum, you're not gonna really get far, with what you're trying to do because they're gonna say, look at bill-butt-monkey-possum. That's gonna be your new nickname, bill-butt-monkey-possum. Now, do you want that moniker to follow